One Indian startup just made a bet that'll define the next decade of marketing, and it involves replacing millions of human marketers with autonomous AI agents. MoEngage, a customer engagement platform processing billions of interactions annually, isn't betting on smarter humans or fancier software. They're betting on millions of AI agents working round the clock to personalize every customer interaction at scale. This isn't just another automation layer. This is a fundamental reimagining of how companies approach customer relationships. Instead of hiring large marketing teams to segment audiences, craft campaigns, and optimize emails, brands would deploy AI agents that learn each customer's preferences, anticipate their needs, and act automatically. Think of it like replacing a whole marketing department with software that never sleeps, never forgets a customer preference, and gets smarter with every interaction. Sounds like science fiction? Google, OpenAI, and Anthropic have all signaled that AI agents represent the next trillion-dollar opportunity. So what makes MoEngage's specific bet different, and what does it mean for marketers worldwide? Here's the twist. This technology could either create entirely new marketing roles or reshape the industry so radically that job descriptions become unrecognizable. We are talking about automation at a scale the industry has never seen before. To understand why MoEngage is making this bet now, you need to know where marketing has been. For decades, customer engagement was manual. Teams of humans read customer data, made decisions about who to contact, what to say, and when. Then email marketing automation arrived, tools that let you schedule campaigns and segment lists. That was revolutionary. But it was always humans driving the logic, machines executing the plan. Then machine learning changed the game. Algorithms could now predict which customers might buy, which might churn, which would respond to a discount. But even with AI predicting behavior, humans still decided what to do with that insight. The problem? Customers are getting smarter and faster. Someone might visit your website at 3 a.m. on a Tuesday, then disappear for weeks. By the time a human marketer notices the pattern and acts on it, the moment's gone. E-commerce brands lose roughly 26% of customers to poor personalization. That's not because tools don't exist. It's because humans can't monitor every customer in real time, react instantly, and adjust tactics faster than a customer's mood changes. MoEngage has been watching this gap grow for years, processing trillions of customer events. The breakthrough moment came when they realized something profound. Why wait for humans to decide? Why not let millions of AI agents make those decisions automatically, instantly, and at the individual customer level? So what exactly is MoEngage building? They're creating a system where every customer gets their own AI agent, a dedicated piece of software that lives in the background, watching, learning, and acting. Imagine if every time a customer interacted with your brand, an AI agent noticed it, analyzed what it meant, and decided instantly whether to reach out, stay quiet, or change tactics. That agent learns from everything: purchase history, email opens, website behavior, time zones, communication preferences, seasonal patterns, and competitor activity. It operates independently from other agents, but collaborates when needed. Like if you're an e-commerce brand with thousands of products, each product might have its own agent tuned to promote that specific item based on each customer's interests. The system runs continuously. While you sleep, these agents are working. A customer in Tokyo receives a perfectly timed message at 11 p.m. when they are most likely to browse. A customer in New York gets a different message at a different time because their agent learned that they check email on their commute. Not a template sent to everyone at 9 a.m. Not a segment of 50,000 customers getting the same offer. Millions of individual conversations happening in parallel, each one shaped by an AI that knows that specific person better than most of their friends do. MoEngage's advantage: they already process 600 billion customer events annually across their platform. They have years of data showing what works, what fails, and why. Let's say you run an online fashion brand. A customer browsed your winter coat collection on Monday, added one to their cart, but didn't buy. With traditional marketing, your team might notice this on Wednesday and send a generic reminder email at 6 p.m. With MoEngage's AI agent system, here's what actually happens. The moment the customer leaves your site, their agent springs to life. It analyzes their behavior, checks their email open history, and determines they're most likely to engage at 8 p.m. on a Tuesday when they typically wind down. It also notices they've browsed coats twice before, but summer dresses 3 times, so maybe the agent pivots and asks if they'd like a summer alternative instead. If they ignore that, the agent waits. It doesn't spam them. It watches for the right moment. Maybe they come back to browse cardigans a week later. So the agent sends a message about coats to accompany the cardigan they are looking at. Or maybe it detects they haven't engaged in 2 weeks and tries a completely different angle, free shipping or a style quiz instead of a direct sell. Each decision happens automatically, instantly, without a human marketer involved. For B2B companies, the system scales differently. If you sell enterprise software, your agent might monitor when key contacts at target companies engage with your content, coordinate with other agents tracking different people at the same organization, and orchestrate outreach so multiple touchpoints feel coordinated rather than overwhelming. So how does this compare to what marketers use today? Current marketing automation platforms are powerful but fundamentally reactive. You set rules. If a customer does X, then send Y. HubSpot, Marketo, Klaviyo, they excel at this. They are rule-based engines. If someone abandons their cart, trigger an email. If someone opens 3 emails in a week, move them to a nurture sequence. The problem is that these rules are static until a human changes them. If a rule stops working, it keeps firing anyway until someone notices. And creating rules requires a human to anticipate what matters. MoEngage's agent-based system flips this. Instead of humans writing rules upfront, AI agents learn what works by experimenting. They try different send times, different messages, different offers, and watch which ones work best for each individual customer. They adapt continuously. They don't wait for a human to say stop. Another difference, traditional tools treat marketing like a campaign. You build an email sequence for a segment of 50,000 people. With agents, you're having 50,000 parallel conversations happening at different paces with different rhythms. One customer might receive 2 messages a month, another might receive 2 a week, not because of arbitrary segment rules, but because that's what their agent learned works for them. Some platforms are moving in this direction. Salesforce has invested heavily in AI, and HubSpot is adding AI features. But none of them have the foundational architecture that MoEngage is building from the ground up. Here's where it gets complex, and honestly, a bit unsettling for marketing professionals. If millions of AI agents can handle personalization, segmentation, send timing, and optimization automatically, what do human marketers actually do? The knee-jerk reaction is fear. Will marketing jobs disappear? That's possible. According to recent research, roughly 40% of marketing tasks could be automated with current AI. But history suggests something different. When email marketing automation arrived, everyone predicted it would destroy marketing jobs. Instead, it killed the tedious parts, scheduling, list management, basic reporting, and freed humans to focus on strategy, creativity, and brand building. MoEngage's system could do the same thing at a bigger scale. Instead of marketers spending 60% of their time on execution, they could spend 60% of their time on strategy. What's the brand message? What's the long-term narrative? Which markets should we enter? These are questions AI agents can't answer. But here's what should worry marketers. If you're currently valued for writing emails, managing campaigns, and optimizing send times, your job is at risk. If you're valued for strategic thinking, creative narrative, and understanding customer psychology, you're actually in demand. The transition period is the danger zone. Companies will deploy these systems expecting everyone to celebrate, not realizing that execution-focused roles are becoming obsolete faster than new strategic roles are being created. That creates a labor market problem that the marketing industry hasn't solved yet. If you're a brand considering MoEngage agent system, how would you actually implement it? Step 1, connect your data. Your customer database, your transaction history, your website behavior, your email engagement, everything feeds into the system. Step 2, set your guardrails. You define the brand voice, the maximum frequency you're willing to contact customers, any regulatory compliance rules, budget caps, and high-level goals like revenue, retention, or activation. Then you release the agents. They take those guardrails and start operating. They don't follow a playbook you've written, they write their own playbook by testing thousands of variations across your customer base. For an e-commerce company, this might mean deploying agents across product categories, geography, and customer lifecycle stage. A customer in the United Kingdom gets different treatment than a customer in the United States because their agent has learned different patterns. A new customer gets different messaging than a loyal one because their agents have different objectives. You can monitor everything. Real-time dashboards show which agents are performing well, which customers are responding, what messages are working. If you notice an agent is sending too many messages to a certain segment, you can adjust. If you see one type of offer crushing it, you can expand it. The system learns and adapts, but you're never flying blind. What makes this dangerous is that it requires a different kind of marketer. You need people who can think in systems, who understand what you want the system to optimize for, and who can interpret what the agents are doing and why. MoEngage's bet on millions of AI agents isn't about replacing marketing tomorrow. It's about recognizing that the bottleneck in personalization isn't technology anymore, it's the speed and scale at which humans can make decisions. AI agents remove that bottleneck. What this means for you depends on who you are. If you're a marketer, this is a wake-up call. Your career path probably involved getting better at writing emails, understanding segments, and optimizing campaigns. Those skills aren't valuable in an agent-based world. You need to move towards strategy, creativity, and systems thinking. If you're building a marketing tool, this is a threat and an opportunity. How do you compete with a platform that has 600 billion data points and millions of agents learning from them? The only way is to go deeper into AI or narrower into a specific niche. If you're a business leader, you should be asking whether your current marketing approach can survive this change. Not because MoEngage will dominate overnight, but because once this cat's out of the bag, once customers start seeing perfectly timed, deeply personalized interactions at scale, generic marketing starts looking amateur. The real story isn't about MoEngage winning or losing. It's about what comes after. When marketing becomes algorithmic, when AI agents handle personalization, what do humans actually add? The answer determines whether this is a job killer or a massive opportunity. The next decade of marketing gets decided by how thoughtfully we answer that question right now.